In 1991, I was a freshman at the University of Michigan. It's 3 a.m. on a Friday morning. I'm fast asleep in my dorm room when suddenly 10 guys grab my arms and my legs. They pick me up, carry me out of the room, down the hallway, down the stairs, out the door, and throw me into a van. I guess I'm pledging a fraternity. And over the next 90 days, when I wasn't in class, I was hanging out at the fraternity house and drinking, or we were going to parties, meeting girls, and drinking. We were frat guys. Then, with 2 weeks to go in my freshman year, I finally reached initiation day. I put on the only suit I own, which at 19 is code for sport coat, khaki pants, red tie, and make my way over to the fraternity house as I had done hundreds of times that semester. As I open up the huge front doors, standing there before me is my pledge master, the guy who had guided me over the previous 3 months. And he immediately whisked me off to this side room. And it's me and 13 of my pledge brothers, all huddled together. And we waited there for what seemed like an eternity, until finally I heard, "Abramson, let's go!" When your last name starts with A, you used to go in first. It's been that way ever since I was a little kid. Initiations are very hush-hush in fraternities. You have no idea what to expect. Do they dunk me in some sacred bath? Do they make me eat some weird food? Do I get to learn that secret handshake? I guess we'll find out. I guess I'm going to be the guinea pig. They lead me out into the main room of the house, which has these spectacular high ceilings, beautiful wood, yet the room still had that musty smell of beer from the night before. It wasn't until they sat me down at this long table that I realized I'm perched up really high, looking down. The main floor of the house is dimly lit. Down there are 45 fraternity brothers, all wearing black robes, black hoods, all staring up at me. And then one by one, they start firing questions at me. "Bob, how come you didn't like your big brother? What was going on there?" Before I got to answer this question, another guy stood up over here. "Bob, how come we didn't see you at the house for like 4 days? Where were you?" Before I got to answer this question, another guy stood up. "Bob, you're done forever. Get out of here now." I got up and bolted out of that fraternity house for the last time in my life. It's about a mile walk from the house to my dorm room. That day felt like 26.2. I never cried so hard in my whole life. I was crying harder than it was raining outside. What now? What do I tell my parents? My friends? They all thought, or knew, that I was going to be initiated today. Yet, here I am, trudging home in the rain. Well, back there, 13 of my pledge brothers were going to be initiated tonight. I kept asking myself, well, what's wrong with me? Why didn't they like me? And then I slammed the door to my dorm room, tore up the lease that they made me sign to live at that house the next year. Those motherfuckers. To this day, I still don't know what I did wrong. I thought I did everything that I was supposed to do to get into that fraternity. And during that entire time I was pledging, nobody gave me any indication otherwise. They led me down a path to believe that when I stood before them, I was going to join the brotherhood. In reality, I got completely duped, tossed like a piece of garbage, left high and dry with nowhere to live. My 19-year-old spirit was crushed. What do you mean I'm not good enough? I'll show them. That event became the lightning rod for my entire career, because I decided right then and there, from here on in, no matter what I did or where I went, I was going to become indispensable, coveted, to the point where people would be asking me to join their inner circles. When you're lying in the ditch and all you can think about is how you got there, you need a diversion. You need to get your mind on something else. That's what I did. I switched majors, dove back into writing. And within 2 years, appeared on the front page of USA Today's sports section, July 1st, 1994. I was 21 years old. That's me. I went on to become a professional sports writer for 7 years. Was voted the top investigative reporter in the state of Ohio and co-authored a book on Michigan football's 1997 national championship run, which sold 15,000 copies. Eventually, newspapers started to die out. I didn't want to be a dinosaur. So I switched gears, went to law school, and became an equity partner in my law firm in just 6 years due to my ability to bring in business. Today, I teach people how to become world-class business developers. When I was 19 years old, I took the equivalent of a Mike Tyson punch, and it put me on the canvas. But had that never happened, I don't know that I would have the same drive, determination, or ambition that fuels me every single day. Turns out that being blackballed, for as much as it sucked, was the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you.